I have always had a fascination with the thunderstorms. The way the thunderstorms make you get out of your bed, to make you see the lightning dancing in the sky, gives a very cheerful view. But the storm I experienced on the 25th of July was unforgettable for me. It was the summer evening when I got a call from the friend to visit the nearby mall. We left for it in the evening. My friend John was very excited to visit the new mall. Before leaving the house, I saw the weather forecast on the net, and it showed extreme thunders. I said to John that we should avoid going out there, but he insisted. While we were in the way, everything was normal initially, but as the time passed, the weather gradually started to become very horrible. While we were driving the truck, the storm struck us. The storm was so massive that it seemed to fly our car in the air. I immediately parked the car on one side and went out of the car. It was raining heavily. The thunderstorms were so loud that it seemed to take our breath out of our chest. Suddenly there was a loud bang, like something had struck the roof. When I saw towards my car, I was shocked with fear that the lightning struck our car and the car was on fire. Despite the rain, the car was still burning until it was no more. We mourned on our loss, but we were unable to do anything. After losing our car and still struck in that deadly storm, we were trying to figure it out that how we are supposed to escape this death pit. The lightning was still roaring, as it would bleed our ears to death. John started to cry and said that I would have listened to you, but it's late now. Desperate to find a shelter, we reached a house on the outskirts of the town. We knocked on the door, but it seemed that the house was abandoned for years. John said that we had no option other than this, we should get shelter to save our lives. We entered in the house. The house gave a very scary and creepy look. There were bones of dead people. At first I thought that we should not stay there, but the lightning out there was so merciless that we were obvious that it would take our lives. While we were in the house, we noticed that something was not right with the house. The atmosphere of the house started to become dismal and gloomy. After a moment, we saw a shadow on the one corner of the house. I overlooked it, thinking that it might be my misconception. After some time, there was a loud thunder roar, and with that roar, we saw that shadow clearly standing in front of us. With each thunder, the shadow became more visible and near to us. The face was not visible, but the glowy eyes of the shadow with blood dripping from the eyes made us obvious that the house was haunted. We ran from there to save our lives. We tried to escape the house, but it seemed that some dark force were pulling us back. At last, we were out of the house, and the storm was gone now. We took a sigh of relief and went back home. But the breathtaking incidents we experienced that day will surely haunt us throughout our lives.